Hey, friends. Hey, it's Tammy here. How are you? I hope you are enjoying your Tuesday. Here in New Hampshire, it has been beautiful outside. It is sunny. It is springtime. It is May. And I don't know about you, but I am definitely feeling spring fever. I've felt spring fever for a long time, but I actually think that Mother Nature is ready for us. Finally, I think here in New Hampshire it's going to be like 85 tomorrow. It's going to be absolutely insane. But listen, I'm hopping on here real quick because I want to talk today about doing one thing every day that scares you. And I'm going to tell you at the end what I'm committed to doing for every day for the next 100 days. That scares me, okay? But before I do that, if you are joining me, say hello. I'd love to know that you're here. If you're watching me later on the replay, let me know that too. And if you are interested in joining me in punching fear in the face for the next 100 days, like I would love for you to drop a 100 in the comments. But maybe before you commit to that, let me tell you why this is so important. So I joined a challenge. Hey, Keaton, yay, you made it. You made it, girl. You made it through 20 miles. You have got to feel so proud. You must be proud of yourself. Yay, so you're in too. Okay, here's the thing. I joined this challenge on Facebook called The Unstoppable Influencers, and it's 21 days of really kind of stepping into your greatness, like really owning who you are and the fact that each one of us is an unstoppable influencer. And one of the things that the leader challenged us to do is 100 Days to Brave. I love that book. Annie, I can't think of Annie's last name. Oh my gosh. Drop her name in the comments, Keaton, Annie Downs. Annie Downs wrote that. And she has a great podcast too, by the way. Annie Downs has a fantastic podcast. But yes, totally on this concept of 100 Days to Brave. And one of the things that I've been learning about myself is I've been really trying hard not to let fear hold me back. But I have to tell you that I, for my whole entire life, have been like an approval addict. I have been someone who's always been so absorbed in what other people think about her. Like if you are like that too, then drop a 1 in the comments. I'd love to know that I'm not alone in that. Hi, Aiden. So I am here today to really kind of push that aside and say like, look, and that's really why I joined that challenge, the Unstoppable Influencers, because I want to learn to let go of that. And one of the things that she talks about is this process of unbecoming, like kind of like unraveling who you appear to be and really stepping into who you actually are. And yes, I know, Keaton, absolutely. And so I know for me, like what that means is that completely like going after things that scare you. And in that process, in doing that, it stretches you and it grows you. And, also you learn a ton of things about yourself. Like you learn about like really what you're truly capable of. And like, what would you do? What would you be capable of doing if you didn't care what other people, thought about you? What are some things that you actually enjoy doing? Like what don't you like doing? Like if you weren't so worried about what other people think, like what would you actually be doing? What would you like? What would you say? What would you wear? Like all these types of things, right? So by kind of casting fear aside and doing the very thing that scares you, you stretch and you grow. The second thing that happens is you kind of punch fear in the face and you say, look, you're not going to hold me back. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard the kind of what fear stands for, FEAR, false evidence appearing real. Like we create this perception of what we think is going to happen. And we spend so much time like thinking about that and pouring energy into that and putting anxiety out there that holds us back. When we end up stepping into the very thing that we say we're afraid of, we're kind of like, hey, wait a minute, like this wasn't so bad, right? So we kind of punch fear in the face and we're like, look, you're not going to stand in my way. Like, false evidence appearing real, get out of my way, it's not that bad, and I'm going to do this anyway. The third thing that happens when we commit to doing one thing every day that scares you is that you become who God has designed you to be, because you're stretching and you're growing. You're actually trying things, trying things out and seeing what you like, and you're developing into the person that God designed you to be. All right. So here's the thing. I have decided that over the next 100 days, I am going to hop on here on my personal Facebook page and do a video, a small little video every single day for the next 100 days. Now, let me tell you about why that petrifies me, because you might be thinking like, Tammy, you come on here a lot and you don't really think that you're afraid of that. But I'm going to be honest with you guys and tell you that this petrifies me. This scares me to death, because I'm worried about what people think. I'm like, I worry that people think like, oh, here's this girl again. Like, why is she on here all the time? What is she talking about? She has nothing interesting to say. Or, maybe I get on here and share something and they're like, that's not a value. Like, what's the point about that? Or I'm afraid people might think like, oh man, like she's on here all the time. Like she must think she's really highly of herself. Like she's got this big ego. Like it's all about her kind of a thing. I worry about those types of things. So here's what I'm about to do. I'm punching fear in the face and I'm saying, no, I'm not going to let that hold me back. I'm going to come on here every single day, small, short little video, and I'm going to add value, because here's why. I want to perfect my craft. I want to get better at doing this, and I want to see improvements in my ability to deliver content, value-add content in a clear, concise manner. And the only way that I'm going to do that is if I practice doing that every single day. And the only way that I can is if I get out there and actually do it. So for the next 100 days, I'm calling this the 100-day challenge. I'm going to hop on here and do a Facebook Live every single day for at least a couple of minutes. Okay, so that's what I am committing to. So here's what I want to ask you. What is the one thing that you could do to commit for the next 100 days every single day to do? That it's a small something that kind of frightens you, but you're like, man, I'm just going to do it every single day. What would that be? Think about it. And if you're going to join me in this 100-day challenge, I would love you to put that in the comments. Hashtag 100-day challenge or 100, the little emoji sign, whatever it is, drop that in the comments, because I'm going to let's share that. Let's do this together. Okay. Because we are stretching and growing. We're punching fear in the face and we're stepping into who God has designed us to be. All right. So that's it. So look for me, friends. I would love your feedback. I want to know if I'm, I want you to hold me accountable, number one. If you're not seeing me on here, check my page and be like, where are you, Tammy? So hold me accountable to that, number one. And number two, like I said, my goal is to perfect this, get clear, get concise. And I want people to join me in stepping over their fears and just making things happen for themselves. So let me know that 100-day challenge. Yes, Keaton is in. Awesome. Awesome, Keaton. I would love to chat with you after about that and help and support one another. So I will see you here tomorrow. All right, gang. See you later.